On 53.
4 down, 4 down.
Hey, go Roger.
4 down.
On 53. 52, 57's down.
53's the mic. 53.
Now a first down throw. Keenum escaping the press. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Everson Griffin in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Tight end right.
God! 20!
Now Keenum opting to back away from the line as he's going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Hey, go Roger. On 53. Hey, takes 2. 55. Takes 2.
A shotgun snap for Keenum. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. J.J. Watt in there to get him, and this pass rush strong now. That sacks on back-to-back plays. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down.
Run. Lay down.
Here's Ryan Allen now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
Bunch set. Eyes up.
On play action, it's Wentz. And left side here, it's Graham. Room to run inside the 40. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
4 down. Watch number 12.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie up to make the tackle.
Watch safety creeping.
For Tokyo. Touch. 180.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53.
Now the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, a 12-yard touchdown run. And his guys have taken a first quarter lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Sturgis adds the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This is taken at the 3. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Mary left, Mary left. Hey, go Roger. Takes 52, 52, 52.
Keenum now on first down. Over the middle, that's caught by Rice. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 23 yards on the play.
Hey, Mike's right.
Tight. Tight end's right.
Hey, jam. On 53.
Four down.
Hey, go Roger. Hey, go Roger.
Switch.
On 53.
Check 24. Check. Go back.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Eyes up.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. First and 15.
Jam. Hey, go Roger. Mary left. Jam.
Staying open.
4 down, 52. On.
Shotgun snap for Keenum. That'll be caught by Rice. A very solid gain of 27.
And let's face it, what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
22.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
The delay of game backs him up 5, first and 15.
Hey, 52. Hot, we're good.
Hey, boys, we got four down.
Hot. 22. Doctor. 22. Hey, go Roger. Hey, jam.
Out of the gun, Keenum. He's going to air one out. This is caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Jerry Rice, 32 yards. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Gould now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Even. 4 down. Even.
What's that?
They'll start on the ground with McCoy. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Tackle made there by Zach Brown.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, here's Wentz. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
There we go, Pac-Man. 180! 81, 81.
53, Mike.
From the gun, it's Wentz. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Plus 3rd down, you're in a tight game in the loudest stadium in the NFL, and it's enough to rattle even the most seasoned of quarterbacks. And here, it looks like he's not quite on the same page as his receiver. This will wind up a turnover.
Here we go, boys. Roger, Roger, Roger.
He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right.
Hey, go, Roger.
Hey, 4 down.
Roger, Roger, Roger. Hey, takes 53, 55.
Pump.
So they get the INT. Now here's Keenum. Steps away to his left. And some room to maneuver. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Alongside my broadcast partner Charles Davis, Brandon Gaunton hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down.
Here we go, boys.
Double tight.
Mary left, Mary left.
We got 4. We got
Roger, Roger, Roger. Mary left, Mary left.
52. Watch 52.
Hey, 52.
The snap came at 1. Keenum. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
52.
Roger, Roger, Roger.
On 2nd and 10, Keenum. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Check 3. Check 3.
Hey, go, Roger. Roger, Roger, Roger. Hey, 52. 52, right? We're good.
Throwing his Keenum on 3rd down. And now another one thrown incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And Gold is able to put it through. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. The bottom Bottom line, tremendous starting field position really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive.
Now a hit and a loose football. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Hey, jam. 22. 22. Hey, go, Roger.
53, check 53.
Hey, orange. Hey, jam. Down.
On 1st and 10, here's Keenum. That's going to be caught. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Stephon Diggs, 32 yards. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Gold to add the extra point. This time, the extra point up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. Gold now out to kick it away. This will be taken short. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, and it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Jabal Sheard in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Here we go. 120.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Hey, ram.
And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Hey. 4 down.
Wentz now to throw. Dancing to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back.
Hang in there now.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Go. 120.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you could hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Roger. Jam. Hey, go, Roger. 22. 22. Hey, orange. Hey, 52. Orange. Takes 2.
After the interception, here's Keenum. Buying time, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Fletcher Cox able to run him down for a loss of a yard. And for the defense, their third sack of the game.
That number tells you that they're starting to put it together with their defensive game plan. They're starting to feel pretty good about what the offense is doing, bringing the pressure at the right time, and putting the quarterback on the ground.
Jam. On 53. Hey, orange.
To throw on second down is Keenum. Throw left side, completion to Rice. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Let's go, fellas. We got 4 down. Let's go.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
4 down.
Hey, orange. Orange.
Check. Watch the motion.
From the gun, here's Keenum. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Now, that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down and inside the 5-yard line.
Too tight.
Hey, easy. All right, we're good.
4 down.
Keenum runs the sneak, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Case Keenum on his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Now Gold for the extra point. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Gold now out to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something
Heads up.
to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Working from the gun, Wentz. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jabal Sheard in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Jam. 22. Hey, go, Roger.
We got 4.
On 53. Hey, jam. We're good.
On 1st and 10, Keenum. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Orange! Hey, go, Roger. On 53. 22. Hey,
working from the gun, Keenum. Being chased out left. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play, as we'll get a timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. The Seahawks on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Jam. Hey, 52. Takes 2.
From the gun, it's Keenum. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Jadeveon Clowney in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. Here's Ryan Allen now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though.
That's caught at the 25. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A big play there for L.A. And even 50 yards. This give is to McCoy. And he stopped immediately there. Jamal Sheard on the stop.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window. And they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
Hey, here we go. Watch this.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. Flush to his right. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
4 down.
Here we go. 120. Man, 5-7.
Check hot route. Hot.
Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Escaping the pressure right. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
And Sturgis able to knock it through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or in this case, a field goal.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Yeah, still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Jam. Hey, 52, here we go, say hi.
Keenum now on first down. Going for the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Jerry Rice, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on knees pose. His guys will go for 2 here.
Orange!
Now Keenum. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the 13-time Pro Bowler Ray Lewis. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Gold now out to kick it away. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
There we go, back man.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. Gonna drop this off to McCoy, complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Watch the run.
Here's Wentz to throw. Now he's flushed out right. And a loose ball.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kevin Byard. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Go, Roger.
On first down, Keenum. Over the middle, that's caught by Rice. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Get wide.
Hey, go, Roger. 22. Hey, Roger. Jam.
Now Keenum throwing on 2nd. Throw left side complete. That's Rice. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth and final quarter. The Seahawks on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6.
22. Hey, go Roger. 22. Mary left. 52.
Out of the gun, Keenum. And he's able to find Diggs. And he'll get it down deep into Los Angeles territory. It's a big play on third down for the Seahawks. 45 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Hey, go Roger.
53, Mike.
Hey, Mike's right. 57's down.
From the red zone now, Keenum. His throw incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, go Roger.
34, eyes on 34.
Roger. Hey, 57's down.
Throwing again is Keenum. Forced out to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Hey, Mike's right. Hey, go Roger. Hey, orange. Hey, 52. Here we go. It's hot.
Now Keenum again. Staying on his feet, fighting through pressure, steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big 1st down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
Hey, let's go.
Double tight. 4 down.
Jam.
Keenum now on the keeper. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
No. Roger.
Keenum runs the sneak, and he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Case Keenum scoring on the sneak from a yard out, and the Seahawks